Morning. Morning, everybody. So let's see here. ES just took a freaking huge. Let's go over here and look at it here. ES took a huge nosedive this morning. And might be eligible for an out of the box first candle. I don't know. I'm not going to take it. And the YM is bouncing off of its prior day high towards the downside. And NQ rolled over right here finally. So maybe we'll get everybody to agree here soon. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Oh my God. Oh my God. The NQ right out of the box worked. Holy shit. Look at that. Look at it go. Up, 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 up. I'd be out at even. It's run right into the prior day close. Yep, I'd have been out at even. I'd have been out at even. Yesterday, Ian, I ended up with $250. I took one trade. When I shut the stream down, I was only up $50. And I took a trade in the NQ in the afternoon for $200. And the thing was, I was so busy yesterday. I mean, I went and looked at the charts, and oh my God, the NQ printed so much money yesterday afternoon. I could have made tons of money, but I ended up $250. So for those of you that don't know, I'm switching my stuff over to a corporate account. And so in the process, I jumped the gun and switched my money first before the account was ever opened. So when I started this week, I only had 2150 or maybe $2,200 in this account right here, which is my live account, which now has 4,600. So I've been like trading with my chewing my nails because I didn't want to blow up my $2,000 and then have to fund the account waiting for my corporate account to get loaded. So I feel pretty good even right now because I started with like 2150 or something, and I'm at $4,600. I consider that a win for the week. I consider that a win. My corporate account's going to have 15 grand in it to start, but when you're starting with, when you got a 2000, even when I started my account, I started it with $5,000, which is still more than what I have right now. So, I mean, I was scared. I've been scared to death to trade with $2,000 in my account. Seriously, I've been scared to death. I mean, I have been scared. I have been chewing on my nails. But the afternoons, again, that's why I kind of lean towards, the afternoons are really good to trade things like the NQ and whatnot if you've got a small balance. But I mean, let's talk about some of the trades today that I didn't have the gumption to hold. Here's gold. We got crossed over inside the box. We talk about this. Test the bottom, boom, bam. And then it rejected, boom, bam. I mean, come on, man. What the fuck? I mean, I'm just dying without my corporate account. I am literally dying. I should have made $2,000-$3,000 crossing that box today. Just today alone. But I've got to sit here on my hands. I've got to sit here on my hands until I can get my other account open. Right now, it's costing me freaking money. And it's like, well, why don't you just shift your money back? Well, if I shift my money back, I don't think you understand. It takes a couple days. It doesn't happen immediately. So, anyways, so I'm trading with one arm tied behind my back. But hey, I've more than doubled my money this week. And it's only, well, it is Thursday. It is Thursday. But it sure has changed my mentality on some trading this week. I don't want to trade micros, Bill. I don't want to trade micros. Here's the other thing about micros, Bill. I would take the trade, for example. So let me give you an example. Let's go back to gold. When gold got across this line right here, okay, and inside the midband for the last leg, I was vehemently staring at these candles to take a trade if they were small enough for me to defend. Well, if one ends up being small enough for me to defend and I'm sitting in micros, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to be pissed that I took the freaking trade in micros. I mean, I am going to be pissed. So I don't want to be going back and forth. And let me give you another example, Bill, okay? Because I've been screwing around and stuff back and forth, I took a trade yesterday in gold that I didn't even talk about that made $800. The problem was it was in my fucking sim account because I didn't realize I hadn't swapped it back over. Oh my God, I was so pissed. There I was, watching it take off and go to my target and $800, and I'm like, woohoo! And then I look up at my freaking P&L and I'm like, what? And I looked at my freaking ATM and I'm like, fuck. Yeah, sim gains suck. Exactly. God dang it. And because I've done that, for whatever reason, when I open my live account now, I don't know anything about Ninja. A sim account now pops up. It was never there before. So now every time I open up my live account, my sim account, a sim account is there. Yeah, I think everybody's done that at one time or another in their life, David. I think everybody has done that. But I mean, when I'm sitting there with a small balance account and I'm just trying to at least get to, like, say, $8,000 before my corporate account opens so I can start trading again more aggressively. When you see $800, it's like, oh, fuck. And that was in the pre-market. I took that trade in the pre-market in gold, and I had just sat down and I was drinking my coffee and shit. And I took a gold trade in the pre-market for $800. So I didn't even realize that the freaking chart I was on had a sim account tied to it. I was so freaking mad. But anyways, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. But I sure could have blown that account up. I mean, not blown it up in the negative, blown it up in the positive yesterday afternoon in the NQ. There were some beautiful trades in the NQ yesterday. But I was just so busy. I just didn't have time to sit there and stare at the charts. But there were some beautiful trades in the NQ yesterday. Absolutely beautiful. Some beautiful trades in the NQ yesterday. I'm starting to really grow some appreciation for the NQ. I used to hate it. Now I'm really starting to like it. So anyways, I'm still trading very cautiously because I'm going to do that till I at least get this balance up to, say $8,000 or so, or at least above my $5,000 level I had before. Oh, I know. Don't drop. I know how NQ is. Got to remember one thing about the way I trade NQ, my friend. I don't add into losing trades, and I don't let rotations go back against me. So, boom. So as long as you have that discipline and you understand, pivots and rotations, in the long run, NQ will pay you, in my opinion. But if you're one of those traders that still struggles with taking a loss, don't you ever put the NQ on your chart. Don't you ever put the NQ on your chart. If you struggle with taking a loss, don't ever put the NQ on your chart. That's a good thought, Ian, because they are all struggling to the downside. Of course, the damn ES is climbing back up for whatever reason. Wow, gee, now I think I see why. You see why? You see the NQ in the ES? They're struggling to stay above yesterday's close. Again, a very psychological level. They're both doing the same thing. Yeah. I mean, you know those traders, crude junkie, the ones that DCA because they don't want to be wrong. If you DCA when you're trading the NQ, you will fucking lose your money. Your money will be gone. Miles will take it and just give it to a charity. Just give your money to a charity. You do a lot more for society then than giving it to Wall Street. Good job, Wayne. Because this instrument right here, this NQ, I mean, this damn thing is highly manipulated. And the sharks know when they have people trapped the wrong way. And that's why if you DCA that thing, you are done. You are done. Just take your loss, wait for another setup, move on. Dollar cost averaging. It's when you're negative on a trade, So you keep buying into it, which, shrinks how far you have to go to get to profit. But now you've got more money at risk as the market's moving against you. It is to me, it's what people do that don't like to be wrong. When I finally stopped thinking I was wrong and just realized that it's a mathematical thing, I talk about this a lot. It's a mathematical thing to just realize. When I started accepting being wrong, meaning losing trades 50% of the time, but just make sure the 50 or at least double the profit of the losses. When I started using that mentality, that's what changed my trading, because I allowed and here's the weird part about, because I allowed myself to take losses. So now when I take $100, $200 loss, I don't even blink. I don't think anything of it. Yeah, it's a form of hopium. You start buying into losing trades, hoping you'll get your money back. And this market right here, you do that with this market right here, and just take your money, light it on fire, and put it in the trash can. So, Bob, why didn't you take this trade? Well, we're going right into the prior day high. I mean, this is a battle. That's a major battleground. Major battleground. As you can see, bam, bam. I mean, it's a major battleground. That line is a major battleground. Takes a lot of energy to get through that line. And it's going to be probably pretty hard to do when the rest of the market is going down. So I'm just, traditionally, if that line wasn't there, shit, I'd be in this thing. If this line wasn't here, I'd be in this thing. But so one of my recent viewers, who was nice enough to divulge to us this week that she got $11,600 in payouts last week. I asked her, I said, well, what do you think made your, I kind of asked what made you change? What made your trading successful? And she said basically, like on this trade right here, either this candle goes or she gets out. Like she doesn't even, so her win rate's probably like 30%, but it doesn't matter because she lost $50 or $100. And then on her wins, she's letting them run and getting $600 or whatever. And then she turned around and used that exact thought process because she knows what the reaction is supposed to be, which we had a big green candle here. So forget this line for a second. She understands what the reaction is supposed to be. And as long as she gets that, she lets the trade go. If she doesn't, she gets the hell out. And she's just patient enough to sit and wait for the setups to happen again. Bottom line is she paid herself $11,600 last week. Before that, she'd never been paid before. She just, it's I can't emphasize, keep your losers small and your winners big. Yeah, that's and trick. That's the hardest to me. I struggled with that, later, and I still struggle at times. Like with this small account here, I got into a beautiful YM trade. I've gotten to two beautiful YM trades this week, and I did not let them run because I'm sitting here with this freaking small account, and both of them went for a hell of a lot more money than what I got. Okay, so this thing might finally find its way north of this high, which would be nice. Be nice if we came up here, broke the high, and came and sat on top of the line. That would be great. That would be great. That would be great. So I'd like this to come and sit on top of this line. Well, that's not my idea of sitting on top of the line. That's not my idea of sitting on top of the line. The hell is that? Create space, come back down. All right, so let me shrink this for a second. For a reason. Let's get this over here. For a reason. I'm going to drag this down. Here we go. Here goes the ES. The ES is fighting through its prior day high. It's already been there several times, so this battle shouldn't be too bad. Notice both of them have started climbing at the same time. You know, the climb, the down, the climb, the down, the climb. So these two are agreeing with each other. So what we just need to do is line them up. Yeah, that was a nice W in the ES, wasn't it? Off of the prior day close, no less. Which it was definitely battling to stay there. That's a beautiful setup. That's a beautiful setup. Yeah. All right, so the good news is they're both moving. So now what we need to do is just find a point of rotation for us to enjoy the trip. But I don't know if any of you have been looking at the NQ yesterday afternoon. But man, if any of you have, you know, it sure printed some money yesterday. Man, just made some nice rotations, nice crisp, clean breaks, just the kind of stuff you want to see. Yeah, David, I agree with that. That's why I didn't trade yesterday afternoon, like I'm saying for the NQ. Man, I really could have made some money yesterday, but you know, I'm so busy. I know I'm going to be distracted. All right, come Come on, NQ. Come on down. Come on, NQ. Come down. Come on, NQ. Come on. The problem with that, Jim, is you're probably looking at an M pattern off the bottom of the box. Zing, down, zing, down. Bottom of the top. Well, shitty, yes. Man. This is tempting right here. This is tempting right here. Damn it. All right, keep coming down. Yeah, I want you to come down. You know the old story, resistance becomes support, support becomes resistance. You know that? So normally we like to test these areas. Obvious resistance. So now we need to test them. And that they make great launching points. So I'm wanting this to come here and test this. I mean, that launching point worked really well in the YM. There's your prior day close and your overnight open. Zzz. Of course, you all know how I am. I'm not very good at seeing shorts. So oil crossed the box finally, and it's going down. All right, and then gold's going up. Gold needs to get out of consolidation. Oh, I'm sorry. Gold needs, and what it's doing now, it needs to get out of consolidation and give us some real setups, like a test at the top of the box, maybe, kind of like it did here, and then long. The problem with the ES, David, is we've never cleared the high. All these wicks have still been below it. We have yet to clear the high and then sit on it, like I'm hoping we do here. So it's still resistance. That prior day high is still trying to push the ES down, which is kind of what I'm hoping. I'm hoping we come test the top of the bottom of this box at the same time that NQ gets here. That would be beautiful setup. Just wait. God, these candles are just so freaking ugly. Come on, somebody move. All right, ES is coming down. Come on, NQ, go with it. Looks like the NQ's just going to run away. Yep. Jesus. Obviously, some news. So there goes my fucking pattern. There goes my pattern I waited for all this time. There goes my pattern I waited for all this time. Come on, man. I mean, look at gold. I mean, the hell. Come on, man. Yep, Bruce, that's why I'm sitting here waiting, my friend. That's why I'm sitting here waiting. It's exactly why I'm sitting here waiting, my friend. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Jesus, come on, man. My son just sent this meme to me. Can you tell that I'm his dad? Can you tell I'm his dad? We are twins. I swear to God, we're twins. Oh, shit. That would wreck the economy. Oh, my God. Yeah, that is funny. That is funny. All right, come on, man. Let's get done with all this war news and shit so I can see a trade, man. I don't want to be rolling the dice. I want to take an actual legitimate setup. An actual legitimate setup. Something I can sit here and defend publicly in front of everybody. That honestly is a hysterical meme. That is hysterical. Oh my God, that is funny. That is so true. That is so true. Now we get more war news. Why this candle's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. What the hell? Oh my God. Freaking A. This would have been a beautiful setup. So look at we broke this pivot to the left, sat on top of this line, boom, there's our trade. I mean, just print the money, put it in the bank. But if they're going to keep freaking talking about this freaking war, these patterns are just they're not gonna hold. I mean, this is what I sat here and waited for, was exactly this. Exactly that. Oh boy. I love that meme. God dang, that's funny. Are they? Because that would kind of make sense, because the market's moving, but oil is not. And that's why I'm confused. Because the market's moving, but oil's not. And it's like, well, if we got war stuff going on, oil should be moving, but it's not. Oil's literally, look at oil. It's literally sitting still. Well, F this, man. Might make more sense right now to just show you trades yesterday afternoon in the NQ that were beautiful setups for free money than to sit here and stare at this shit. That makes a lot of sense though, because like I said, oil's not even moving. You know, in any war news lately, oil's going freaking like, you know, like a rubber band. You took a stupid trade, Wayne? They can step in front of a microphone, sugar, and run their damn potholes whenever the hell they want as they destroy the economy, as that meme clearly showed. It's very sad too, because this setup right here, with the way the ES has been moving up, this setup right here, boom, boom. That's a $400-500 trade right there. But I mean, I'm not, and it may still do it, but I'm not taking it with all this nonsense going on. Good job, Wayne. All right, Wayne. Well, what the hell? Excellent. We gotta shorten up the time frame to the next one, buddy. We got to work on that. Excellent. Everybody congratulate Wayne. Everybody congratulate Wayne. Excellent, Wayne. Holy shit. I didn't, not the trade. Oh, trades that set up, not ones I necessarily took, because I was working. But I can show you that. I mean, we're obviously, something's going on because we're not moving. Like nothing's moving. Like the ES is sitting still. The NQ is like literally gone into dormant mode. So it's somebody's talking, or there's anticipation of somebody talking, you know, and there is all this Fed chairman changing jobs shit going on. You never know when they want to freaking distract everybody and talk about that. So let me blow this thing up for a second. Let's just look at yesterday afternoon for a second. All right. Just give me a second. I mean, you might as well do something freaking productive while these freaking idiots are wasting our time. So so down here at like 10:30 or whatever, we crossed over, sat on top of the box, and off we went, right? But we hadn't touched the 1 minute gold line till here. So bam, bam, back to the high. Okay. And then I would ignore this. And then we did the 5 minute gold line. Bam, bam, back through the high. And then we sat here and waited. And then where was it? Like our reset was a long time. I'm trying to figure out where we reset. This is 11 o'clock. Okay, now we're getting into lunch. Sorry, I haven't even gotten to the afternoon yet. Sorry. Okay, so afternoon, bam, 1 o'clock, down, up, down. That's like $300. Your crossover, slam down low, boom, boom. That's like $300. And then they cross back over, sat on here, boom. Sat on here again. I mean, this gets a little dicey because now you're doing your second attempt. This would be your second attempt. I'm not a big fan of those. And then bam, there's your first attempt on your 5 minute gold line. Bam. Then you did basically a W pattern here. 5 minute gold line again. Like they never reset because they kept just going. Like the market just kept going. So as long as you've picked up that all they're going to do is keep trending, every time they broke the pivots to the left and came back into consolidation, boom, there's your trade. I mean, because you broke all these pivots here, right here. This was your finger. You came back down, boom, boom, there's your trade. So, I mean, it was just a bunch of different setups that happened throughout the day yesterday that, I mean, I could have gotten on the right side of a situation because I'm defending a small entry candle and I'm shooting for like $300 and then bam, I'm done. All right, so is this market finally coming back down? Okay. Maybe we'll come down to here. I kind of doubt it because that's a long ways. It's a long, long ways for that to go. We're kind of out of that zone now. But that's excellent, Wayne. That's excellent, Wayne. Lindsay gets a payout, and Wayne says, "Ha! I'm going to bow up now and get one myself." Excellent. A specific instrument you traded, Wayne, or any words of wisdom or anything like that? She's my hero too. I swear to God. I don't know if she's still listening to us, but she's my hero too. She's my hero too. Honestly, holy cow. The ES is just stuck in trying to stay above the high, trying to stay on top of the red line. I mean, the ES is just, I mean, it's battling just like it did here. See how hard it battled to stay above the prior day close? I mean, it fought, screamed, kicked, yelled, scratched, clawed, bitched, moaned. Now it seems to be doing the same thing here with the prior day high.
Eight 858-3812.
Somebody calling me to build him a house. NQ is yours. Lindsay, that makes sense, especially the way you're trading it. Especially the way you're trading it. And NQ for you too, with Bolonex. Okay, cool. Cool. Well, so Bruce, with Lindsay, at least what she said yesterday is that, she's looking for, she took those words I say, looking for a reaction, an immediate reaction. And if the reaction's not there, she just cuts the cord. One of the things I've found too, Lindsay, with bigger candles, and I don't know if you're doing this, with bigger candles, to your left, for example, I mean, bigger candles that are even forming for the entry. I let it on the NQ. I'll let it go through and then come back inside if it does. And then when it comes through the second time, that's when I have a tendency to take it instead of taking the first break. And if the first break just does go through and take off without me, I'm like, okay, no big deal. But, when it goes out of that first break and then comes back inside, because it's a big candle, it's not just one shooting straight out. It's going to have some lag in it where it comes back inside the candle to your left. And then I enter Then I push my little button and I entered the second time. I'll be right back. Jet, that's what Orville trades too. Orville trades the he trades the NQ. I think he trades the micros though, not the minis, but he trades the NQ also. And I mean, and Orville trades multiple accounts and blah 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 blah, and he does very well. But he's trading. I'm pretty confident he's trading micros. That's a good idea, David. I missed it. David's in this trade right here. From the high to the top of the box, boom. David's in that trade. Come on, Gold. Do your thing. Jesus. If it does a W, I'm going to take it. If it does a W, I'm going to take it. Yep, if it does a W, I'm going to take it. Sit. Sit, boo-boo. Oh, shit. Man, it's running off on me. Not going to give it any room if it goes. Go. 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 Oh, my God. I'm going to take a loss here. Maybe. Come on, go. 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 There you go. Let's go. Come on. Come on, baby. Let's go. Let's go. There you go. There you go. Break this pivot here. Come on. Break that pivot. There you go. There you go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, Chi. Let's go. Let's go, Gold. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Gonna head up towards this pivot right there. Come on, Gold. Come on, Gold. Don't be a downer. Keep going. Don't come back and take me out. We don't need that. No, 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 no. Let's go. Come on, Gold. Don't be a downer. Come on. Come on, Gold. Come on, man. You're not making a good W anymore. Come on, Gold. Make a big W. Come on. There you go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Ah, fuck. Anyways. Look at the size of that green candle right there. To not follow through is ridiculous. Come on, man. That's sad. That is sad. Look at that big green candle I got in on. Oh, well. Oh, you're probably going to go up now, aren't you? Aren't you, you piece of shit? I'm sure it's going to go up now that I'm not in it. Oh, yeah, now that I'm not in it, it's going to go up. Very patient. I mean, look at this. I mean, look at this. What are you supposed to do here, folks? Of course, the NQ is just off and running again. It's leaving. The NQ is leaving the scene of the crime. Just leaving the scene of the crime. That gold trade's probably going to work, but by golly, it's going to take its sweet ass time to do it. Oh, there it goes. Yep. See, there you go. Look at that. There it goes. Take its sweet ass time to do it, though. Frickin'. Sweet ass time to do it. It was a great setup, whoever mentioned it. Was it David? I can't remember. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Totally agree with that. The long green candle.
Sam McDaniel.
And then there it goes. I mean, what the hell? For no reason whatsoever. It just rolls over. Nope. No resistance, no pivot, no nothing. Just rolls over. And anybody want to see the world's ugliest cross the box trade? Does anybody want to see the world's ugliest cross the box trade? Here it is. Came inside the ES, sat on top, it crossed the box. That's the world's ugliest cross the box trade. World's ugliest right there. It did it though. Here to here. It did it. And it even did it the pattern we talk about. Came in, create space, sat on top, boom, bam, gone. World's ugliest though. I mean, absolutely atrociously ugly. Right on top, right there. Pam, Pam. All that ugliness for 10 points. All that ugliness for 10 points. For 10 points. Wow. So ES has broken all these down pivots here. That's a good sign. I know, lunatic. I wouldn't have either. I would have had to have entered and then walked away. I would have had to enter and then walk away. Just walk away. That's why I don't trade, David. That's why I don't trade cross the box trades in equities. They work, but by golly, they are brutal. They're nothing like oil and gold who move independently. But I put them on my chart because you can see the lines get respected. I mean, you can see that right here. I mean, this thing just bam down right there, and then they reversed it. And I mean, look at all the buy-in that happened. I've always said a break-even trade is a win because it gave you the if you were able to get yourself to break even, you obviously had an opportunity to make money. So, I don't look at break-even trades as a bad thing. If you happen to be in it, like that trade I took in gold, and it actually took. Now here's the thing. Again, ugliness, the damn thing still worked. There it is. There's a trade. That's where if you guys remember, go back and look. That's where I put my target right there. Why? Because that's the rotation of when it came down to here. That's the end of the W. And so, but I mean, come on, man. What the hell? It's ugly. Ugly trading day. That's tempting me too. The problem is I don't like that this is out in space. See, this has no support. This is a very tempting trade. Don't get me wrong. But this is out in space. And with this, if this was at this gold line, I'd be taking this. But because this is in space, I don't feel the conviction. You'll notice it. This is trying to go green, which is dragging this green, but this doesn't want to go green. We're about to see who's going to win this battle. And see, the NQ did now. So for this to go up, this has to reverse. And like I said, the problem is this was in space. It's working. So this energy is dragging this up. I try to stay away from those style of trades. If this had any support whatsoever, I would have been interested in that trade. When you see the candles correlating, might as well look at both and see what's going on. I mean, the trade's going to work, obviously, but it had to drag the NQ with it. The hell is that noise? God dang. See you, David. Wow, it dragged that NQ with it. Man, I feel like a dodo now. Look at that. That was a major run right there. Oh well. Oh well. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna shut down for the day. I made $350. Yay! But at least I'm keeping that account, getting to a level where I can trade it a little more aggressively. I gotta get it. I'm like what, $400 from getting it over $5,000. Yeah, I'm $400 from getting it over $5,000. So it's a slow walk, but I gotta walk my way there before I can run. Maybe I'll get there this afternoon trading the NQ. Who knows? Actually, that's probably a pretty good possibility. Anyways, everybody have a good day. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.